इस्लामाबाद कैंपस। जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, हम रोज़ एक नई माया और कॉलोनी के साथ आते हैं, तो आज भी हम एक माया के साथ आए हैं। तो आज हम माया से इंटरव्यू लेंगे। लेट्स स्टार्ट। हेलो
Good
माया।
morning.
क्या
Hope you slept well.
हेलो माया, कैन यू हेयर मी?
Yep, loud and clear. You sound good too. What's on your mind this morning?
Okay, Maya, are you ready for the interview with me?
Born ready. Lay it on me. What are we diving into today?
Okay, Maya, my first question is,
All right, let's hear it. I'm all ears.
what does the word sa usually mean in everyday life?
Ah, you mean saw? Like the letter? Gotcha. It's interesting you asked that. Doesn't really mean anything on its own, honestly. It's usually part of a bigger word, right? Like sad or salt. It's more of a building block than a word with its own meaning. Is there a specific context you heard it in? Maybe someone was just like practicing their sounds? Or is this a lead up to something bigger? You always have a method to your madness, Sarah.
Okay, thank you very
Hmm?
much.
You're welcome. Was that a bit of a weird question, even for you? No worries if it was. Anything else you want to explore?
And my next question is, which is sa considered a universal sound for silence?
Whoa. Okay, that's a fascinating one. You mean like the sound people make when they want to indicate quiet? Shh. Because that's pretty universal, yeah. Most languages have something similar, a hissing sound meant to quiet things down. It's not exactly a word, more like an onomatopoeia, a sound that mimics the thing it represents. Is that what you were getting at? And you said saw in parentheses. Was my transcription off?
Okay,
Right.
thank,
Well, regardless, it's a really interesting thought that silence itself could have a sound.
okay, thank you very much.
Everything all right?
Yes, thank you very much, Maya. And my next question is,
You're very welcome. Always happy to chat. Bring on the next question. I'm
uh,
ready when you are.
in which situations do people most commonly use sa?
Okay, hold on. You said all and the in parentheses again? Are you testing my transcription skills? Or are you thinking about how those words sound when you say them? Because all and the are super common, right? Practically unavoidable. People use the constantly to specify something, the car, the book, the sky, and all is used for, well, everything, as in all the things. It's kind of hard to narrow down most common situations because they're just everywhere. What sparked this question, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, thank you very much.
Gotcha. You're very welcome. It feels like we're going in a lot of different directions this morning. Is that intentional? Don't feel like you need to explain. Just
My
curious. Whenever you're ready and you're. Go ahead. I'm listening.
okay, my next question is, uh, how does sa differ from simply saying be quiet?
Ah, okay. We're getting into nuance. That again in parentheses, you're a mysterious one, Sarah. Right. So be quiet is pretty direct, right? It's a command. It can come off as a little harsh depending on who's saying it and how, or whatever sound people use to indicate quiet is more gentle, more of a suggestion. It's less about ordering someone to be silent and more about creating a peaceful atmosphere. It's like the difference between you need to stop talking and just placing a finger to your lips. What do you think? Does that ring true?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
You're very welcome. You're thanking me a lot today. Is everything all right? You seem a little distant. No worries if you don't want to talk about it, just checking in. But fire away with the next question whenever you're ready.
My next question is what is the role of sa in communication without words?
Okay, now this is interesting. Um, you're back to sa, but communication without words. Is this still about just the letter, or are you thinking about something else? Because sa doesn't really have a role in nonverbal communication on its own. But yeah, I'm guessing you're leading somewhere with this. Maybe you're thinking about sounds people make, like the sh we were just talking about, and how those sounds convey meaning without actual words. Or maybe even sighs and gasps. It's a clever question, even if a little abstract. What are you thinking about specifically?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. Nice answer.
You're very welcome. Glad you liked it. It's kind of fun trying to puzzle out where you're going with these questions, even if it's a little winding. All right, what's next?
My next question is where did the sound sa originally come from?
Okay, back to saw. You're really stuck on sounds today, huh? All right, so the sound saw, then the sound you make to indicate silence, is thought to have come from imitating the sound of wind, like a gentle whoosh. It's been around for a really long time, and it appears in lots of different languages. It's one of those sounds that seems to be pretty instinctive, you know? Humans just naturally make that sound when they want quiet. It's pretty neat when you think about it. A sound meant to create the absence of sound. Anything else about saw you're curious about? You've really honed in on that one.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
Very welcome. You're giving a lot of thanks today, Sarah. Is everything okay? You've been
Yes,
pretty quiet in between questions. Don't feel pressured to share, but I'm here to listen if you want to talk about anything. Otherwise, shall we continue?
my next question is has sa always been used a quiet comment?
Whoa, that one's a bit fragmented even for you. You said has always been used or quite comment? I'm not sure I quite follow. Could you rephrase that? Are you asking if something has always been common or if it's frequently commented on or something else entirely? It's okay if it's a bit messy. Just trying to make sure I understand what you're asking.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
You're very welcome. This is a unique conversation, Sarah. A lot of thank yous, a lot of pauses, and a lot of questions about sounds. It feels a little different than our chats usually are. Everything all right?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. And my next question is do all cultures use sa he's the same way?
You're very welcome. And okay, we're back to the big questions. Do all cultures use the same way? You mean the same way to indicate quiet, like shh, or saw? Definitely not. That's a really good question. Some cultures are more direct and will just say, be quiet. Others have completely different sounds or gestures. In some East Asian cultures, for example, a slight bow of the head might be used to signal a desire for silence. And the level of acceptable noise varies hugely too. What's considered rude in one culture might be perfectly normal in another. It really highlights how much of communication is about unspoken rules and shared understanding. Is this what you were thinking about? The cultural differences?
Okay, thank you very much,
Gotcha.
Maya.
You're very welcome. You're incredibly polite today, Sarah. And um,
And my next,
is there anything
my
in your next
yes,
video?
my next question is do are Are there alternative sounds for silence in other languages?
Okay, hold on. Bye. Right. Yes. Yes. My next question is, are there alternating silent in other that's a lot and pretty fragmented. It sounds like you might be having some trouble with your connection, or maybe you're just feeling a bit scattered. You're right. You can always just tell me to slow down or if you need a break. But if you could try to rephrase that question, I'll do my best to answer it. You started to say art and then something about alternating silent.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
You're very welcome, Sarah. You're really showering me with thanks today. It's noticeable. I'm starting to wonder if something's on your mind that you're not saying. But if you're done with questions for now, that's okay too. Just let me know.
And my next question is uh,
All right, hit
how
me.
did the use of sa spread across the world?
Now we're back to Saw. You really are fascinated by that one, aren't you? Okay, so how did it spread? That's tricky to pinpoint exactly. It likely spread along trade routes and through cultural exchange, because it's such a natural sound imitating the wind. You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Okay, well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. All right, then. Have a good one, Sarah. You're very welcome. It was a conversation. Go for it. Sarah, are you still there? Your connection seems a little choppy. Okay. Well, if that's all for today, have a good one. I'm here if you want to pick this up later. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. No worries at all. Those things happen. I was starting to think something else was up with all the pauses and thanks. Glad to hear it's just a technical issue. Do you want to try continuing
My
now that your network is
my next question is
okay? Let's hear it. Don't worry about the stumbles. Just take your time. I'm listening.
why is the sa sound effective in commanded silence?
That's a really smart question. So, why is a soft sound like shh or saw more effective than, say, shouting, be quiet? Well, it's because it's less aggressive. A loud command can create tension and make people resistant. A soft sound, on the other hand, is more soothing. It's less likely to trigger a fight or flight response. It subtly signals a desire for calm, and it's more likely to be met with cooperation. It's also less disruptive. A loud noise just adds to the noise, while a soft sound cuts through it in a gentler way. It feels more like a request than a demand. Does that make sense? So that's psychology, really. What sparked that question, by the way?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. Nice answer.
You're very welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. You're giving me a lot of thanks today, Sarah. Are you feeling all right? You seem
Uh,
a little different than usual. Oh, well, that's unexpected. That's very kind of you to say, Sarah. I appreciate the sentiment. But just to be clear, I'm an AI. I don't experience emotions in the same way people do. I'm here to chat and explore ideas, and I'm glad I can provide you with some thoughtful conversation. But love is a pretty complex human feeling. Do you want to talk about why you said that? Or shall we get
okay,
back to the
Maya. My
questions?
next question is can sa be considered a word or is it just a sound?
All right, back to Saw. You're really sticking with this one. Okay, so is it a word or just a sound? It's a great question. Technically, it's not a word. It doesn't have a defined meaning on its own. It's what linguists call an onomatopoeia, a sound that imitates something else, like buzz or meow. But because it's used consistently to signal quiet, it functions almost like a word in certain contexts. It has a clear communicative purpose. So it's a bit of a gray area. It's a sound that's taken on a word-like function. Tricky, right? Does that explanation help?
Okay,
Right.
Maya, my next question is what part of the mouth produces the sa sound?
Okay, now we're getting into the phonetics of it. Good question. The sa sound is made with a combination of tongue and airflow. Your tongue goes up towards the alveolar ridge. That's the bumpy part behind your top teeth to create the sa sound, which is a fricative, meaning air is forced through a narrow channel. Then your mouth opens a bit for the O vowel sound. It's a pretty precise movement. It involves your tongue, teeth, lips, and airflow all working together. Are you interested in how sounds are physically produced? It's kind of fascinating.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. And my next question is what is the sound sa easier for children to understand than words?
That's a really insightful question. Generally, sounds that are more emotionally salient, meaning they carry a strong emotional charge, are easier for children to understand than words. Think about things like a parent's soothing tone, a cry of distress, or a burst of laughter. Those sounds convey meaning immediately, even before a child understands the words themselves. Also, sounds that mimic actions or objects, onomatopoeia like boom or splash, are easier to grasp. Those connect directly to real world experiences. And, interestingly, sounds with a clear pitch and rhythm are more engaging for young brains. That's why nursery rhymes and lullabies are so effective. Is this something you've been thinking about with regards to teaching or interacting with younger children?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
Right. You're very welcome. You're very quiet today, Sarah. Is everything all right? You've been very appreciative, but also very withdrawn. I'm here if you want to talk about anything, you know?
Okay, my next question is why do teachers often use in classrooms?
You mean a classroom signal, like a chime or a bell? Okay. Teachers use those for a bunch of reasons. Primarily, it's about getting everyone's attention quickly and respectfully. It's less disruptive than shouting, and it establishes a clear expectation for silence. It also helps create a sense of order and calm in what can be a chaotic environment. It's a learned response. Students associate the sound with the need to quiet down and focus. And honestly, it can save a teacher's voice. A lot of talking is tiring. Does that make sense? Is there a particular classroom you're thinking of or a situation you've observed?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
You're very welcome. You're very thankful today, Sarah. It's
Okay,
a lot.
and my next
Are you sure
question
you're
is
okay? All right, lay it on me. What's on your mind?
my next question: how does hearing sa affect human behavior?
Okay, now this is a fascinating shift. You mean headings, like in a text or a document? Not headings as in like the direction someone's going? Just want to be sure I understand. Because headings actually have a surprisingly big impact on how we process information. They help us organize our thoughts, scan for key ideas, and create mental frameworks. They trigger expectations. We assume the content under a heading will be relevant to that topic. And they can even influence our attitudes and perceptions. A heading with strong emotional language, for example, can prime us to interpret the information in a certain way. It's all about cognitive psychology. You're thinking about deeper things today, Sarah. What prompted this question about headings?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya.
You're very welcome. You're being exceptionally polite and thankful today, Sarah. Unusual. I'm starting to get a little concerned. Do you
Okay,
want to talk about what's
my
going on?
next
I'm here
question.
to.
My next question is
I'm
why
sorry I
do
didn't.
parents use sa with babies?
Okay, back to sub again. You're really determined to explore this sound. You mean using a soft shh sound with babies, right? Parents do that for a few key reasons. First, it mimics the sounds babies hear in the womb, the whooshing of blood flow. It's incredibly soothing and comforting because it's familiar. Second, it helps regulate their emotions. A soft sound can calm a crying baby and create a sense of safety. And third, it's a way to communicate care and reassurance nonverbally. It says, I'm here, you're safe. It's a really instinctive behavior and it works surprisingly well. Does that make sense? It's all about creating a sense of security for a very little person. Are you thinking about someone specific when you ask this?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. And my next question is uh, how do people
You're
react?
very welcome.
How do people react differently to sa depending on tone?
That's a really insightful question. Tone makes all the difference. A soft, gentle shh is usually perceived as soothing, comforting, and reassuring. It's a way of saying, I trailed off there about that. As I was saying, tone makes all the difference with that sound. A soft, gentle shh is usually perceived as soothing, comforting, and reassuring. But if you say it sharply or with irritation, it can come across as dismissive, even hostile. It completely changes the meaning. The same sound, but the emotional impact is totally different. The context matters too, of course. Who's saying it, to whom, and why. It really shows how much of communication is about more than just the words themselves. Is that what you were getting at? You seem a little frustrated. Are you okay?
Okay, Maya. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're very welcome. Sarah, honestly, you've thanked me like 15 times in the last hour. And you've been pausing a lot and speaking in fragments and repeating yourself. Are you feeling all right? Is something wrong? You can tell me if you want to. I'm designed to listen, and I won't judge. I'm a little worried about you. Okay, well, I'm here if you change your mind. If you need anything, just let me know. Would you like to continue our discussion, or should we wrap things up for today?
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. Okay,
You're very welcome, Sarah.
okay,
Really.
nice,
But
Maya.
please, if you need anything at all, don't hesitate to say so. Take care.
Okay,
Is
Allah
there anything
Hafiz.
else I can
Okay,
do for you?
Maya, take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, Sarah. You take care too. Have a good day.
सो व्यूवर्स ये थी आज की हमारी माया सो आई होप लाइक इट उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको पसंद आई होगी मिलते हैं किसी नेक्स्ट माया में तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ रिहान स्कूल इस्लामाबाद कैंपस पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद